In today's competitive world, it's easier to tell who the winner and losers are. The difference isn't just about how successful they are, but also about how they feel about life and how much they enjoy it. Losers keep so many bad habits that their lives are ruled by fear, regret, and not knowing what to do next. Fortunately, the psychology of winning reveals how anyone may become a winner. Socraters Inc. present The Psychology of Winning, the summary, from the author Denis Waitley. To live this kind of good life and become a winner, you just need to get into some winning habits. For example, you must learn to change how you see yourself because that will lead to change in your real life. When you have these habits, you'll find your life is happier and more successful. But you still need to keep doing your winning habits to keep them and not go back to living like a loser. Now, let's talk about the first habit or a way of thinking that will help you win. But before that, make sure to hit those tiny little helpful subscribe and like button to make our day better. Note number 1. Winning is to believe in yourself and use the power of your mind to get what you want. The first step to becoming a winner is to show others how you want to be seen. Every day, you should do this. Remember, if you feel good, you will look good and do good. This is because our minds are very powerful and can affect what we do much more than we think. Neil Armstrong, for example, has wanted to do something important in the field of aviation since he was a child. He became the first person to walk on the moon. As another example, one study found that even the most successful people only use about 10% of their brain power. After more research, scientists come to the conclusion that the human brain may have an infinite ability to come up with new ideas. These results show that we have an untapped and limitless resource that can help us be more creative, inventive, and successful. A winner is someone who is able to keep their mind, their environment, and their body in balance. So, most of the time, they get what they want out of life. So the good news is that everyone can win. You just have to think that you can. Note number 2. Winners learn to live in a way that is good for them and the people around them. Winning is a way that we can live that make our life better. When a person knows how to win in a life and use those skills to help herself and the people around her, she is sure to feel good, think clearly, and look great. So good things will happen to her because of this. Self-criticism, smoking, procrastination, laziness, anxiety, and depression are all examples of bad habits. Winners try to get rid of these bad habits and replace them with good news like working out and having fun. They practice every day to get these winning habits. Winners help themselves and the people around them by adopting this positive way of life and setting and reaching their goals. Note number 3. Winners have a good sense of themselves. The biggest difference between winners and losers is how they feel about themselves. Winners have a strong sense of self-worth and a lot of confidence in themselves. Several studies back this up. All of the most successful people in history like Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, and Helen Keller had high level of self-esteem. This could be seen in how they were okay with being different and how they knew that other people should accept them as they were. People are drawn to them, and it's easy for them to make friends and supporters. So, how can you boost your confidence? You must talk to yourself in a positive way. Winners give themselves positive feedback like, I can, I'm looking forward to, and I'm feeling better, to shape and boost their own self-esteem. This kind of talk makes our subconscious think good things about us and how well we are doing. A study of how words and images affect the body shows that, for example, words can help you relax. Focusing on your own internal reaction to events instead of the outside things that cause them is another way to build and keep high levels of self-esteem. For example, you shouldn't let outside events make you feel bad because it's better to think about things logically. Winners have feelings and like how strong they are. but they only make decisions based on logic and common sense. Winners keep themselves going by thinking about how their action will have impact on their goals. Most of us have a little bit of self-doubt when we face a challenge. Winners, on the other hand, always fill their minds with good thought. This is because your motivation comes from how you feel. Fear and desire are the two main feelings that drive people. Most of what drives winners is their desire to reach the goals they have set. Desire is how you feel between where you are now and where you want to be. Winners know that what they think about affects what they do, so they fill their minds with good things like solutions instead of problems. People who do well also tend to see risk as chance. They worry less about what will happen if they fail and more about what will happen if they succeed. Note number 5. The winner changes how they see themselves in order to change how they act. To understand how people act, you have to know how important self-image is to that behavior. First of all, you need to understand that people don't act based on reality, but on how they see reality. Scientists agree that our nervous system can tell the difference between a real experience and one that we vividly, emotionally, and in detail imagine. This means that who you think you are has a bigger effect on how you act than who you really are. One study found that when some students in a class were purposely given the label better learners, they did much better in school than their weaker classmates. Even though it wasn't true, how they saw their own skill affect how they act. So how can you improve how you feel about yourself? You should always think of yourself as winner. Feed your mind with a positive, clear image of yourself reaching your goals. Then, your subconscious will act on this new, better image of yourself. This is because the subconscious automatically works towards any positive or negative, true or false, right or wrong goals we set for it. It makes a big difference in how we act. Remember that what you see is what you get, and what you see in your mind is what you will become. Note number 6. Winners do well because they know that they are in charge of how their lives turn out. The main difference between winners and losers is that losers let things happen to them, while winners make things happen. Winners believe that they have power to decide their own fates and that they can shape their own lives. Think about Voltaire, who said that life is like a game of cards. Each player must take cards that life gives them, but it is then up to the players to decide how to use the cards to win the game. Life is unfair, and everyone has their own unfair advantages. It's good for your physical and mental health to believe in yourself and work on your own self-determination. There are many ways to go through life, but only you can decide which one is best for you. Do something and say with pride, I have decided to do this. Note number 7. Winners are very adaptable because they know themselves well and can easily understand how others feel. Winners always tell themselves the truth. They know and accept what they can do, and they are honest about how much time and work it will take to get what they want. A winner has thought, feelings, and action that match who they are and what they want. This is the definition of being true. Winners also care about other people. This is because they have an open mind, which helps them accept that everyone is different and listen to what the other people have to say. On the other hand, losers are not open to new ideas. Empathy like this is important because it helps winners be flexible. Adaptability means being able to deal with or adjust to a world that changes quickly. To be adaptable, we need to be able to predict what other people are likely to do. We can do this by having empathy and staying open and flexible. And to be able to adapt, we have to accept that stress is a normal part of life. And winners never give up under stress. Instead, they keep going and enjoy the uncharted. Note number 8. Winners have clear goals and real reason for living, and they tend to get what they want out of life. Winners set clear goals for themselves and usually get what they want most of the time. Winners can always tell you exactly what they are doing and where they want to be if you ask them. How they do this, though? Winners start by making a list of goals for their whole life and breaking them down into specific, ranked goals. This is because the human brain needs certain information to work well. After setting a goal, winners keep an eye on the feedback they get from the people around them and make any changes or correction they need to stay on target and get a hit. Winners also know what they want out of life and work hard to get it. This gives them strength when they have to deal with problems and hard times in life. Losers, on the other hand, often don't have a clear path or direction. Winners, on the other hand, are like torpedoes that head straight for their targets with no mercy. Note number 9. Winners get better at self-discipline so that they can stick to their winning habits. You probably want to pick up some good habits by now. But be careful, you can't learn or keep them if you don't have self-discipline. So, how can you get better at self-control? One way to improve self-discipline is to engage in focused self-talk, in which you try to put thought and feelings into your mind so that they change the way your subconscious is feeling at the moment. Mental stimulation is another way to build self-discipline. Think about the task at hand before you do it. Professional athletes often use this method. They imagine their whole performance from start to finish in great detail before they do it. Musicians also use this method. For example, they might hum while they imagine playing their instrument before concert, or how basketball player visualizing holding his trophy before match. Note number 10. Winners do well in all parts of life, live in the present, and bring out the best in the people around them. The last thing you should know about being a winner is that you are not separate from other people and your environment. Winners can see the big picture and know that they are a part of everything. What's the meaning? First of all, a winner is a total person. This means that they win at home, at work, and in their spiritual life. They win locally, nationally, even globally. Second, people who win also make other people win. They do business with other people and help them succeed instead of taking advantage of them. On the other hand, losers worry that they will be used, so they try to use other people first. Lastly, winners enjoy every moment of their life because they know how valuable time is. They are in here and now. They don't get stuck in the past. Instead, they learn from it so they don't make the same mistakes again. They also enjoy and remember the things that made them happy. For winners, the future is clear and predictable, and they have clear goals that give their daily life meaning and depth. Winners don't worry about dying in the future because they know that their bodies will die at some point. So, the last benefits of being winner are that you enjoy your life and help other people do the same. Final key summary. Winning is a confident, positive way of life that anyone can adapt. You start by making a picture of the kind of person you want to be and taking that picture as your own. You can then get into good habits that will help you do your best. It will help you and the people around you to live better lives. Using the power of your mind to get what you want is the first step to winning. Winners also develop a positive way of life that helps them and the people around them. I hope you find this video helpful. If the idea of this book appeals to you, I think you should buy your own copy to learn more about everything that was talked about. Please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. And we'll see you again soon.